Alright, for the last part of my video report, I'm just going to play through my demo game. Um, yeah, so running it now. Here we go. So like I showed before, I have the start screen. This is its own scene, and I'm switching between these pages of level settings and main page. So you can change the tank color, and this is just for level 1, how many enemy tanks to kill. So I'll just go with 4 and orange. And then start. Yep. So all this stuff is UI stuff. I now have a terrain in level 1, so and the tank hugs the terrain. Enemies are spawning in 4 different spawn points. The turret, it used to be that the turret did not track you, but now the turret rotates to wherever you are. And I'm drawing a line when you hold down spacebar so you can see where you're aiming. I did get tilt up and tilt down working, which I'm pretty happy about. Tilt up, however, another thing I added, I noticed that the camera kept clipping through the, I might die here, but I noticed that the camera kept clipping through the terrain, so I added a check that if you are, I use the terrain functions to check that if you're hitting the terrain, then rotate the camera back up. So as you can see, like if I rotate down like this and then go forward over, it kind of pushes the thing up. Oh, I'm drawing some visualizer thing there that I shouldn't be, my bad. But anyway, collision with Lego bricks works as before, you just stop in your tracks. I have enemies, if they collide with each other, they will stop. They didn't do that before. Damn, I keep dying. I should use my shield. The shield is a new feature as well that I added just to show off the UI system a little bit. You don't take damage when your shield is up, it just loads automatically and then depletes when you use it. Also, enemies used to come all the way to you and just back up, and it looked very weird, so I changed it so that they just stop when they get close to you, and as you can see, they stop when they collide with each other. So let me actually get to level 2 without dying. Put this up, and then transitions to level 2 pretty abruptly. Objectives on the list, now I have to bomb teddy bears. So level 2 is pretty similar. Obviously the shield is in here, which was not before, and it helps you from taking damage when planes collide with you. I also realized that planes will stack up, will like start following behind you, and there's no way to hit them. So I added a way, if I can get someone to follow me, I added a way to shoot backwards. If you hold left shift, that changes to your overhead view, and then you press the H button, that'll shoot out behind you, just to make things a little more fair. And let me go ahead and get these guys. So yeah, you hold left shift, and then if you press spacebar, that switches to dropping bombs. The plot here doesn't make much sense. Oh, there's a lot of planes over there. The plot here doesn't make much sense, to be honest, but it's something. And I just have to do one more without dying, which I really hope I don't. Almost there. Bam, okay. And then victory screen, which is the same scene and the same page. I just have a switch statement based on whether you win or lose. So there's victory. And then you can go back and you can start over and do, keep playing as many times as you want, because it's so fun. Yeah, so man, that visualizer block is annoying, but yeah, so that's basically it. Nothing too crazy, but it's a game, quote unquote. In terms of things I noticed while developing, the one thing that was a big thing that I hadn't checked before, I had not checked scene transitions since we had done the group AABB stuff for Collision. So what ended up happening was in my Collision manager, when I changed scenes, I would, I didn't reset like the type ID next number. I didn't reset it when I created a new collision manager. It just kept counting up because it's static. And so like maybe in the first scene I had tanks, bullets, and enemies, right? So that's 0, 1, 2. And then starting in the next scene I would have planes, enemy planes, whatever. So that would be 3 and 4. Like they would be ID number 3 and 4. But I had reset the number of call groups I had to be 0. So I would, when I would update the collision groups, right here, compute AVVs, it would go 0 to 2 instead of, and so it would be trying to access those old groups which aren't even there anymore because I would be at ID 3 and 4 and it wouldn't even get to those groups, if that makes sense. So that was just one bug that I realized, and so I fixed it so that you actually have to reset this number and start back at 0 and clear out all your groups, and then you're good. Yeah, everything else worked as expected. Nothing too crazy. All of my collisions I changed to OBB because those are most accurate, except the bullets are just B-spheres because you don't need super accurate there. Yes, I didn't add any more crazy useful tools besides the stuff we did in class, so nothing else to really go over there, but yeah, that is my game. So yeah, that I think I've covered everything for the requirements. Sorry if it was super long, but I'm gonna stop things now.